It is a very special episode today,
Mm-hmm.
and there is one reason for that. And she's sitting over there smirking in the corner. Did you want to? Do you want to give a little wave on the side of the camera? No, you don't want to do that. She's not here. She doesn't.
Maybe you can tell by the shadows in the
Maybe
in the back.
yeah. Is that something you can do in post, like with the editing? You like
highlight the shadows.
Is there a shadow? Actually, would there be a shadow from that?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not, actually.
This is so the lovely Tash is sitting in the corner here. She's you're getting a live viewing. The first person ever to get a live viewing of Fine Legged Full Forward.
First ever audience member.
They can't see or hear you. I don't know why you're acting shy. And what we're essentially doing is we're warming up for potentially something that's getting closer. And that's as cryptic. No, sorry, I'm going to be cryptic. That's as specific as I'd like to be at this point, because we make a habit of
promising things, yeah,
and not following through.
Welcome, Jack, one and all, to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward. Critch, Tash, how are we both doing?
I'm doing good. How you going? Yeah, quiet. No, thumbs up. No,
just a nod.
Just a nod. We'll take the nod. Ashwin, how you going, mate?
I'm doing all right, mate.
Yeah,
doing all right. Once again, very busy with work, but
yeah,
it's all right.
Flat out like a lizard drinking. That's what they say, don't they?
I have heard of that, but only after you introduced me to that like 2 weeks ago.
Wait, hold on. So if you've heard people say it since I've said it, or
no,
you've just heard me say
I've literally just heard you say it, and you alone say it, and that was enough for me to know that it was viral. It was very commonly spoken about. But
yeah, I mean, I'll take it. Often referred to as a visionary. So
yeah.
It's taken 94 episodes for you to say that, but you know what? Better late than never. You recently returned from Sydney. I guess you returned to Sydney as well. No, you returned from Sydney.
Yes.
How was that, mate?
It was all right. It was okay. It was Cammy and I went up to surprise Mum for her birthday. Mm-hmm. So it was good.
Happy birthday, Amma.
Happy birthday, Amma. Yeah, surprise went pretty well.
So she hadn't listened to the episode yet, so she wasn't like no spoil.
Well, I mean, she didn't say anything about it, so
we're playing it cool. I'm still convinced that she listens to it at 6 a.m. every Thursday.
At 6 a.m. every Thursday.
It's actually her alarm. Hello and welcome to another episode.
But no, it went well. I did get a parking ticket while I was up in Sydney.
What? I thought you said it went well.
Yeah, but you know, a few things didn't go to plan. One of them being the parking ticket. So my second ever parking ticket.
Really?
And I actually paid for parking as well. So
you paid for parking?
Right. So I was driving in Parramatta. Cammy and I parked somewhere on the street, so metered parking.
Yeah.
I got the Easy Park or whatever, the pink, purple.
Yes, it is. Yep. Getting some nods in the corner. It is. Yep.
Yeah. See, this is great. Tash knows so much as well. So we can just get, instead of being like, I don't know, do we like Google this later? Or like, oh, we'll look it up later. Just
you want to be like a producer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost a sound.
Let's see if that gets picked up.
Yeah, I will. If you're listening to that and you heard a sound, let us know.
So I had Easy Park on my phone, so I just paid for 3-4 hours or so. Went back and started driving. Cameron's like, is that a ticket on the car? I was like, fuck. Pull over, look at the ticket. I'm like, what have they done? Like, why have I literally paid for parking? Why have I got no ticket? And I was just like, I mean, I'm not normally confident and comfortable in these situations, but I was like,
bit of confrontation.
No, not confrontation.
Right.
But I was like, I've got enough here to clearly send. I've got a receipt of the payment. I'm just like, all right, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to send a nice email, be like, you know what? I've paid for parking. I don't know what's going on, but I've clearly paid for it. And then my cousin pulled me up on it later, and he said the receipt, what I paid for was for my car that's parked in the garage in Oakley while I was driving Dad's car in Sydney. So the parking that I paid for was for the wrong car. So, yep.
Jesus.
Shows me.
right.
Yeah, so I've definitely come a long way as an adult.
You have.
The past couple of weeks.
Look, the confidence is one thing.
Yep.
The next step is, being the accuracy.
Yeah.
The accuracy is there. So
Yeah.
we'll get there, mate. We'll get there.
We will.
Fucking hell. Well, while you were up there paying for parking unnecessarily, a bit of news for you. The lid may be coming off, but we've actually become, I'll say it, TikTok famous.
Jeez.
So I posted a clip. Sorry, we posted. I'm just telling you to remind you because we both do this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Posted a clip on TikTok of, what was it of? It was, the caption was "The only Englishman with this opinion," and it was about
the Ashes.
My feelings about the English sooking after the second test.
The besto, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's just stay in your crease, you ginger bastard. And it was one of those ones that we one of those rare occasions that we actually share an opinion.
Uh-huh.
And it's gotten to this exact second.
Yep.
It's gotten 11,620 views.
That's quite a few.
It is quite a few. It's definitely a PB by us. There's 68 comments as well, which is another PB. But the funniest part about the comments is that there's just Englishmen and Australians just arguing.
Yeah, right.
It's like I've just started a fire.
Yeah.
Watched it inflame the house.
Yeah,
engulf the house in flames, rather. That's the saying that I want.
Yeah.
And I've just been standing there watching it.
You haven't walked away with sunnies on, like with the fire in the background.
Actually, no, I've done that. I've done that. Yeah, that'll do. That was much better. But yeah, we're on.
Have we copped any hate from it too, or is it mainly just hate towards each other?
There's a bit of mostly hate towards each other.
Yeah.
There's a bit of some guy said, "How aren't you guys famous?" Lol.
Oh wow!
So I don't know whether that's actually a nice thing or whether the lol's like, nice try, dickheads.
Oh, okay.
It's like you see all these clips about like this people have added to their favorites and stuff like that. It's like,
jeez,
you should be happy about that, but it's also like, what if they're taking the piss?
Oh, like adding us to have.
It's like, I'm going to look at these cockheads, show my friends later. Maybe we're in the wrong game to have these kind of feelings about posts.
I mean, I don't. Does it matter?
Doesn't matter, mate.
It'd be like donating to charity and being like your like reasoning behind donating to charity. You might have bad intentions or good intentions, but still donating to charity.
Yeah, true. You're right. I mean, I guess I just made the mistake of trying to tell you how I'm feeling, but that's all right. I won't do that again. So running it back, we're sticking with what we've been doing the last few weeks and listening to you, the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that makes us the listeners in that sense, doesn't it?
Yep, we're listening to the listeners. Yeah.
All right, round 17, according to you. Trying to think about how we can strategically order this so that we can get to where we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I've changed my mind. The third test, according to you, we're going to do that first.
Okay.
Obviously, the Ashes third test wrapped up.
Yep.
England finally won an Ashes test match for the first time in like 4 years.
All right.
Didn't they?
Well, yes, they did.
They did.
Oh, because the last time, that's right.
2019.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of comments here. Barmy Army.
Yep.
Very much referring to that.
Yep.
England won, but Bairstow is still a meme. I think that's fair. He just keeps dropping catches and he's still a ginger bastard. Can England go a test without raining? Doesn't seem like it. Although the first two... Was the first test affected by rain?
I think so. I remember the first one being delayed, even at the very start of it, I think.
Was the second one?
Can't remember.
Well, I don't know. The listeners definitely know more about us than cricket, so we'll back you in there. And then a couple here referring to Mark Wood. This one's just Mark Wood with 3 flame emojis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then this one here says Wood too good. Nice bit of, it's a former rapper friend of ours.
Ooh.
Keeping the rhyming going.
That's it.
Dusting off the cobwebs, making a return. At Author Boys.
Author Boys. That's a bit cheeky.
And I doubt he'll even listen to it. I doubt he'll even hear that we've said that.
If it's not a post, he won't, right?
True. And I'm not going to post it just to prove a point. But yes, England won another fantastic test match. Like,
Great
this
test.
series is just ridiculous. I actually saw a tweet, and I'm going to find it because, like, I know that everyone's all about threads, but Twitter's still a thing. So far this series, the total scores are Australia 1,850 for 58.
Yep.
And England 1,809 for 55.
Wow.
So after almost 944 overs, there's 41 runs between the side.
That's crazy.
That's a great series.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just, I'm glad it's...
Was this the first one that finished before day 5 as well? This one, right?
Yeah, it was, even with the rain.
With the rain as well.
Yeah.
Just like very nice sort of... I love a test where, no one scores above 300.
Yes.
So it was brilliant in that, the bowlers had a great time.
They did. Mitch Marsh returned to the side, didn't he? That was the third test, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's all blurring into one now. Yes.
With 118 odd.
Yeah, runnable 118. Not bad returning to the test side after, 4 years?
A long
Something
time.
Like that, a long time.
Yeah.
You got Ben Stokes made that 80, to cut the first innings, Australia's first innings lead to 26, which,
that proved the difference.
Really did. And Harry Brook in the fourth innings, Chris Wokes in the fourth innings, Mark Wood in the first innings, sorry to go back.
With the bat.
He obviously took fifer, but we were watching this, weren't we, Tash, when he's Mark Wood for England, when he just, one of the lower order batters, he came out and 24 off 8.
Off 8, yeah.
Just first ball after tee.
Yeah.
Hit a 6.
Yeah.
Then he hit a 4. And then I'm pretty sure he hit a 6.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is good. It was a short-lived cameo, but
even his stance before the ball, like it was
I was watching it, I'm like, you're gonna get bowled. You're gonna get bowled. They're gonna pitch it up to you. Oh, they're the short ball. Okay, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. But another great test match, wasn't it? Anything more you want to say on
that? Mitch Marsh's ball striking, like through like his pull shots and his cut shots, were just so clean. It's crazy that he hasn't played a test in so long. Just waltzes back into it and hits the ball like that.
That's why they call him the Bison.
I didn't know that.
I'm not surprised you didn't know that, actually. Is there a world where him and Cam Green play in the same team?
Ooh.
Marsh at 3. Drop Warner, put head opening.
Oh. Couple all-rounders,
I don't know. Well,
maybe. I feel like if you can have 2 all-rounders, have one that bowls pace and one that bowls spin, though.
True. Could you, yeah. Marnus not enough spin for you?
No? Yeah.
Anyway, so, 2-1, heading to Old Trafford. Still feel like Australia are going to retain the Ashes, personally.
I hope England win the next test, just to make things really interesting for the last one.
Yes, mate. So do I. But we've got a whole nother recording to do before the next test starts.
Yeah.
So we'll move back to where we were starting.
Footy.
Round 17, according to you. Right. So we'll start off with the Flittiff Cup stays at the Cattery.
It does.
Geelong North. Have North beaten Geelong since we've been doing the pod?
I don't think so. I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but interesting. We'll see what happens. We might have to the day that happens, I think we'll just leave it there.
Well, that'll be the end of the
pod. End of the pod.
Okay.
So North played all right in the second half though.
I did say we were winning at one point.
Yeah. It was like
12-6 or something.
Yes.
Yeah, because Cammy took a screenshot on her phone.
Yes.
And she was like, "Remember this?" And I was like, "I will." And then we checked again like an hour later. I was like, "Yep, I remember that."
We turned the game on. It was 14-12.
Yeah.
And then North didn't score for a while. Like, okay, this is cool. They were just waiting for us to turn the TV on.
Yeah.
What else we got? Saints sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. Thanks for that one, Kynan. That's pretty good. I tipped the Saints as well, I'm pretty sure. And
are they still in the 8?
That's a question. I think they are. Yeah, they're sixth.
Okay.
They're sixth.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking, the ladder's tight.
We do love the Saints, but I feel like they haven't done anything in a long time, but they're still in the 8.
They're still in the 8.
So it's great.
They're still in the 8. Hold on, let's have a look at their form. They're 4 and 6 in their last 10.
Okay.
It's not ideal. We love the Saints. We love the Saints. We do love the Saints. But yeah, kind of, you probably summed it up there. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. But the love for the Saints is unwavering.
Mm-hmm.
Go on here. The Crom aren't bad. It's just the Bombers are a good side. Yeah, I'd say that's fair because it was, what was it going into it? It was 7th versus 8th or something like that.
Yeah, neck and neck on the ladder.
Yeah. So I think it was a pretty good game, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it was a great game.
You watched it?
I did watch it at the airport actually on my phone.
3 goals by the end, something like that, the margin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a great back and forth contest and the Bombers held on.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. We saw the score at the bottom when the Geelong game was still on. We're like, oh fuck, I've tipped the Crows and they were down by a lot and then they got the back. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, the Bombers are a good side. Dacos too fucking good. It's another one, and then #flaggers. Obviously the Blues won again.
Yep.
Against Freo over there, which is, it's a pretty good win. I think we don't really know what to make of Freo this year. They're your tip for the flag.
Yeah, still on track.
They're currently they're currently 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see how that one goes. But there's one here that I've left intentionally till last year, and it just says Pendles with a goat emoji.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, of course, referring to the bit of history that we witnessed on the weekend. Yep. And that was, of course, Scott Pendlebury breaking the all-time disposal record.
Yep. Of
course, that was what we were going to make the episode about this week. Mm-hmm. When Buddy kicked 1,000 goals, this is something we're never going to see again.
Yeah.
We have to talk about that this week.
Yeah.
It's a big piece of AFL history, so of course it's something we've got to talk about.
Yep.
If you've ever seen him play, you will also be of the opinion that we are, that he always looks like he has so much time and space with the ball in hand.
Yep.
People tend to say, it's a pretty famous meme, it's one of the oldest memes in the AFL, that it's down to his basketball background.
Yeah.
But what if it wasn't? So I've been watching some old school Top Gear and that felt very Jeremy Clarkson of me.
Do it again, but just like, I feel like it's a bit more of a slower delivery though.
People tend to think that it's thanks to his basketball background. But what if it wasn't? It's not, Clarkson's more of a in the world.
Yeah, but what if it wasn't?
Yeah. Pendlebury now has the most all-time disposals in the world. Anyway, so we've been theorizing and we've come up with some potential reasons as to why Pendles has so much time when he's on the ball. Mm-hmm. And we're going to take you through some of those theories this week.
Yep.
Did you want me to start?
You can start us off, mate.
Well, one of our sources has gotten back in touch. We haven't heard from our sources within the AFL for quite a while, have we?
Been a few episodes.
Has been a few episodes, and you start to think, fuck, are we still able to rely on them? Can we turn to them as a valuable source of information? And thankfully, they've come good again.
Yep. Whenever we need them, they're there.
Whenever we need them, whenever we need to make them up whenever we need them, they're there.
Yep.
Well, one of our sources has revealed, and it is a risk. It is a risk saying this on air on a show as prestigious as this one right here.
I feel like all of these are going to be quite risky.
It's true. We are really opening ourselves up to quite a bit of defamation here.
Yep.
But we owe this to our listeners. We value our listenership so much that we are going to risk it.
Yep.
The source has revealed that he's actually got BO. Apparently, there's conflicting reports.
Yep.
Some say he smells like wet socks. Some say he smells like off onions.
Okay.
But that's the reason that no one tackles him. It's because they don't want to. They don't want to get anywhere near him.
Can't get anywhere near him.
Can't handle it. And there was a report that was released, I don't know how long, maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That uncovered that players in the AFL, that their noses are actually a lot more sensitive than the average Joe. So there's a bit of that as well.
Was this from our sources or was this?
I thought this was common knowledge.
The nose thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It might have been from our source as well, but I thought everyone knew that.
I didn't know that.
I thought everyone just flat out knew that.
That's news to me, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah. Well,
I'm learning.
You pair up the
evidence.
Terrible BO
Yeah.
and the hypersensitive noses
Yeah.
that you get in the AFL.
Yep.
That's why he always has all this time and space. No one wants to go near him.
Yeah.
Their noses just flat out can't handle it.
That explains so much.
It's a scoop and a half, that.
It is definitely a scoop and a half.
And that's why you listen to this show. What other show is providing this valuable information to you?
I had pretty bad BO on the weekend.
Did you?
It was bad.
Was it out of rage?
It was out of me forgetting to pack DO and then could be stuffed going and getting it from the nearest Woolies or Coles.
You didn't borrow your dad's or anything like that?
She's got roll on.
Yeah, that's quite intimate.
If it was spray, I'd borrow it. I was like, yeah. But I was like, yeah, it should be all right. And it wasn't all right. I didn't realize, but I don't know if I've created a very much like a dependency. Like I need it all the time.
Deodorant?
Yeah. Otherwise I stank.
Yeah, I mean, I'd encourage wearing it all the time. Most people, actually. What kind of deodorant do you think Pendles uses?
Ooh.
Do you reckon he's a spray? Do you reckon he's a roll-on? Or do you reckon he's that cream?
The cream?
Like,
the gel thing.
Yeah,
like the Brute, that stuff. Yeah. I would say, look, I'm going to trust our sources and say none.
Of course, right, because of the alleged BO.
Yeah.
We'll spam Pendles in the comments. We'll tag him in the comments and we'll try and get to the bottom of it because I'm sure after saying what we've just said about him, he's absolutely going to want to get in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I have our next, this has come from a different source, the next explanation as to why Pendles has so much space and time. So...
This is worse, by the way.
Worse? In terms of defamation. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just going to say it anyway.
Send it.
We've got to trust our sources. We've got to back ourselves in. So we've heard, allegedly, that there was this partnership between the Department of Defence and the Australian Institute of Sport back in 2006, 2007, I believe.
Right. Oh, you've pulled a year out of... have you? Yeah, right.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. Do you remember this? Yeah, you do. Okay.
I wonder if that sound came through on the mics as well. Does Tasha's sound coming up mean that she's also at risk of defamation?
Yep. Defamation by osmosis.
So there's this partnership between the Department of Defence and the Australian Institute of Sport. So the Department of Defence is always sort of looking to trial new military-grade technology.
Mm-hmm.
And so our sources sort of mention that Pendles happened to be... I mean, AIS is in Canberra as well.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And, happened to be one of the first test subjects of an experiment. And I'm not sure if it was sort of a chip or some sort of injection or something that he took. But I think of it almost as like a superhero origin story.
Right, okay.
Like, he wasn't bitten by a spider or anything like that, but he was sort of, he's received something. He's a test subject.
Right, okay.
Of this partnership.
Yep.
And it's somehow, with this military-grade technology, has created a force field.
A force field?
Yep. Yeah.
Right, okay.
And it's sort of like, it's not, when he's not playing the game, it's not activated. But when he's in the zone and like he's just sort of activated it with his mind, it just, everyone around him just has to, just like, they almost freeze.
Right, okay.
Within a certain radius around him. It's just some sort of, I don't know how to explain it. But it's just this crazy military grade technology. And when he's sort of in the zone and he focuses it, it's just like a superpower. So effectively, Pendles is a superhero.
Yeah, right. Shout out Pendles. And I definitely trust our source on that because it certainly looks like there's a force field around. When he's in a pack and he gets the ball, it's just space.
Exactly. That's all the evidence you need.
Shout out our sources. All right, I have another theory based on another source.
Yep.
See, it's good. 94 episodes in, we're getting multiple sources in the AFL. We're a respectable bit of media here, aren't we? The next sort of rumor is that he's actually got every single opposition player on his personal payroll. Personal payrolls.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's got all sorts of people, all sorts. So he's got a portrait artist, he's got a documentary filmmaker, he's got an umbrella wrangler, which you definitely need living in Melbourne.
Wait, what portrait? Wait, what are these people? Wait, what? A portrait?
These are just on his payroll.
Okay.
When you are Scott Pendlebury, you got all these people on there.
Yeah.
So he's got a portrait artist, he's got a documentary filmmaker, he's got an umbrella wrangler, he's got a turtle sitter. You've got to have someone look after the turtle. He's got a fall guy.
A fall guy?
Yeah. He's got a perspective manipulator.
Okay.
Now, you might be thinking, what's a perspective manipulator?
I am thinking that.
So, a perspective manipulator is someone who stands next to Pendles to make them look taller.
In social settings? Or?
Yeah,
right, okay.
It's important. You got to have that.
Yep.
And he also has a guy to punch him in the nuts to remind him where he came from. You got to have that. You got to keep that humility.
I wonder where all of this has come from. There's a lot of dot points.
No movie that I frequently watch. Certainly not.
Certainly.
But everyone else, you might be thinking, what's that got to do with why he has time and space? Everyone else on the payroll, they have an agreement and they're legally required to not tackle him.
Okay. Yeah, right.
So it's just dollar bills. He's bought everyone out.
I mean, I'm sure he's definitely got enough dollar bills to pay them all.
Yep.
Do you want me to keep?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
this is a better idea in theory, wasn't it?
I'm going to not stopping and go to the last one, which was we have given out some medical advice previously in the episode. COVID-19.
That was like episode 28, I think.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, we clearly haven't improved.
That was a lot. 28.
Yep. Yeah, well, the buddy one was like early 30s.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What is time? What is space? Which is what everyone says when they look at Pendles.
Nice.
But we have mentioned what we weren't going to talk about, but many people know about long-term COVID. Right? You've got the side effects that hang around for a long time. But I've heard one of our sources has told us that Pendles is actually someone that has a different type of long-term COVID.
Right. Okay.
Right. He's actually still got COVID. It's very long-term. But he's still got it, and he's still infectious. I'm not sure how it works. But,
yeah, right. So everyone's they're not wanting to go near him.
They don't want to go near him. I think everyone in the AFL must know about this.
Right.
But
so it goes all the way to the top.
It goes all the way.
Right. That's a hell of a conspiracy that you just uncovered.
Yep.
So they're all just social distancing.
I believe so, yeah.
Right.
I think I once had an idea that we could do like a conspiracy theories episode for us, but I realised that we do that ourselves every second week.
Yeah, we do. Just got a notification. What's going on there? You taking secret photos? Anyway, so that they were our theories, thanks to our sources.
Yep.
Obviously, one big massive piss take, and I guess we just take a moment to say congratulations to Scott Pendlebury for breaking the all-time disposals record. That's a ridiculous achievement. It's a true testament to his skill level, his longevity. You know, he's averaging 26 touches for his entire career.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Just always so calm, full of poise, so much space and time. And also, I don't think we mentioned, but just being able to the number of over-the-head handballs I've seen him dish off.
True, yeah.
Which is, different to the space and time thing, but being able to just know where everyone is.
So getting forward, I want to propose a scenario to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing in the AFL.
Jeez.
Congrats.
Right. Thanks, mate.
You've been subbed on for the entire of the last quarter.
Is it my first game and I'm getting subbed on?
It's your first game.
Yeah.
You are your current fitness, your current skill level.
Yeah.
You've been subbed on for the entire last quarter.
Okay.
How many times are you getting caught holding the ball? Obviously, we're talking about Scotty Pendlebury having all the time and space in the world.
Yep. And not getting caught holding the ball.
It just doesn't feel like we ever see him get caught holding the ball.
Yep.
How many times do you reckon you're getting caught holding the ball in a quarter?
In the last quarter?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say probably very low numbers, maybe once or twice.
Once.
Yeah.
All right.
Mainly because I think I would be too, panicky almost.
Mm-hmm.
That I'd be like...
You just get rid of it straight away.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Get away from me.
True. All right. No, I like that. You're backing your own...
Instincts,
yeah. See,
Yourself?
I'd go even better and I'd say none.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the same reason?
No, I'd go nowhere near the ball.
Switch on.
So, switching on this week, we don't have any questions for each other. But
Don't we?
No.
Ah.
No questions.
Oh, okay.
My mate's Multi. No.
Yeah, all right. Skip a segment.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're talking about Pendles.
Yep.
We're talking about his basketball background. What we're going to do is imagine how we'd incorporate some basketball drills into the footy world and some footy drills into the basketball world in honour of the great man Pendles.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
That sounds good.
So I've got a list of some drills, both footy and basketball, and we're just gonna. Some of them might just be really simple, really quick, straightforward. But I'm just gonna go through each of them, and we'll be like, all right, let's imagine what it would be like.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Right. So we'll start with 5-star handball. Are you familiar with the 5-star?
I am not familiar with 5-star handball.
Okay. It is basically so you've got. I really should have gotten there's an image on Google that just shows it so well.
Right. Okay.
But you've got different lines, so everyone splits up.
Do you want me to just Google 5-star handball?
If you get the image, it just explains it 10 times better than my words will ever describe it.
If we like the image, are we getting it up on the screen, or are we having another nope moment?
Ooh. Could go either way.
Could go either way. Too soon to tell.
But it's one of those. Yeah, Tasha's got it.
There we go. All right. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Have a look. Thank you. Okay.
So can you see that? So you've got
there's a star there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a star, right? So basically, the direction that you can see. So you've got. Maybe I will put it up on the screen. It's not that. It's in terms of effort. Me putting up nope or me putting up an image is the same amount of effort. So if I put up nope, that's me doing it out of spite. There's no other reason for me to do it, which I may do.
You actually have to type out nope as well. So
Yeah.
I'd argue nope is more
It's
effort.
harder, but will I do it?
Okay,
Who knows?
Hold on. So who knows? I don't.
So, as you can see in that image. There's each of those cylinders there represents a line of people lining up, waiting to take part in it.
Yeah, okay.
So they handball and they run in the direction that they handball.
Yep.
And so you're just basically forming a triangle, but there's two triangles going on at the same time.
Yep.
It's effectively a handball drill, but you've also got to be aware of your surroundings because you've got people going everywhere. So you've got to be able to handball through traffic.
Yep. I like it. Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea for a drill.
Yeah.
Shout out whoever made that one.
Whoever made that one.
Was it you?
I don't think so.
Can't take credit for it.
Can't take credit for it.
I
no.
admire your honour there.
But I feel like you could literally just do the same thing with basketball.
So that's a footy drill. So you want to basketball it up, do you?
Yeah, I feel like you could just have 5 points.
Yep.
In the same way that you do it for footy, and instead of handballing it, you dribble, and then you pass.
Yep. But you'd do like chest passes and then bounce passes depending on the...
Yeah. And maybe like depending on... You got to be aware of what everyone else is doing, because if someone else does a chest pass and you do a chest pass, you're going to get hit. You're going
to get hit by a basketball.
Exactly.
Like those things.
So you got to be like aware and be like, okay, if someone else is doing a chest pass, maybe I'll do a lob or a bounce pass to avoid it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, so, I like it. That sounds like we've basketballed the shit out of that footy drill.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What's the next one?
Next one is a basketball drill, which is a 3-on-2 fast break. Have you heard of that one before?
I have. Yeah, had to do that on 2K.
On 2K?
2K17, my career, I want to say.
Yeah. Okay. How'd you go?
Maybe 20. Yeah. 2K20. Yeah.
Pretty well.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so we have to footy this basketball drill up.
Yeah. I don't know if 3-on-2 would. I don't know how it would work with numbers. But something about that, like a turnover, and you sort of, instead of I guess there's no fast break in footy, but there is very much if you get a quick turnover and everyone's out of position, you're more likely to hit up someone inside 50 and.
It's almost like we don't know enough about footy to come up with this. Is it something about maybe like getting the ball out of your defensive 50? Something like that.
Like a rebound sort of thing. Yeah, potentially.
It's like setting up the counter attack as opposed to a fast break.
Yeah, as opposed to a fast break.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of that.
Yeah, that sounds almost like an answer, right?
Yep.
Happy with that.
Okay. Next one, specky training with ruck bags. So that's
sick.
That's a footy one.
Yep.
So
practicing slam dunks with trampolines underneath.
Boom. Just like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When you know, you know.
Corner threes.
Practicing like check sides and bananas from the pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, surely.
You'd think so. Or just really tight drop punts.
Yeah, see, it's interesting though because the corner three is widely regarded as the easiest 3-point shot. Like it's like the best 3-point look you can get because apparently the distance is like it's the shortest distance.
Is it?
In terms of a 3-point line?
I never knew that. I had no idea.
No, let's just keep it. Let's just not overcomplicate it and just keep it as like pocket, like boundary.
Okay.
Boundary set shots.
Okay. All right. It's interesting. Well, I feel like you were going to go somewhere with that, but
yeah, and then I changed my mind.
Okay. All right. Cool. One-on-one. So very effective basketball sort of training drill, and I guess you just do very similar one-on-ones in footy.
Do like tackling drills, right?
Yeah, tackling drills, or even just one-on-one, like a marking contest is effectively a one-on-one.
I mean that's more of a one-on-one than a tackling drill.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, cool. And the last one I've got, layup lines in basketball.
Yeah, okay. So you could have split up into 2 groups.
Yep.
One group lining up for goal.
Yep.
One group, like the first person in that other group on the goal line and everyone behind. And you just kick for goal and then you mark it behind the line and just run out.
Yeah. Or even like as opposed to like trying to spoil it. Like if the goal kickers are kicking from 50 and it's like a really long kick, maybe like their job is to try get something on it.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
I like that better.
Wow.
What's going on over there?
Is that an alarm?
Is that a new proposed My Mates multi intro? Because I think we're pretty much there, right? Yeah. Was there any? We're happy. Yeah, spoiling on the line. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now let's get into. We're clearly being hurried up to get into My Mates multi.
Money.
Alrighty, time for My Mates multi. But before I get into my legs from last week, I'd just like to say that we've found the source of the the sound that we heard just before My Mate's Melty.
Yes, apologies, most sincere apologies to the listeners for what they've heard. She's gone bright red in the corner there. We promptly asked her when we paused the recording in between segments, what were you watching? What clip were you watching?
Yeah,
assuming that it was some kind of TikTok or reel or.
I thought it was an alarm.
Or an alarm.
Yeah.
Or an alarm. Turns out it was you were looking up a recipe for cob loaf, and there was a video that popped up on the page with the recipe.
I didn't realise that videos that pop up when you're looking at a recipe would actually play with audio.
Yeah,
like the pop-up ones.
Yeah. I thought like maybe on like on PC.
Yeah,
like when you're searching on a laptop or a computer. Yeah, not on your phone. But I think the key you take out here is how good is cob loaf? I can't tell you the last time I had cob loaf, and I'm mad about it.
Yep. Was it you that tagged me on? Is there? This is back in my social media days. Maybe last year or the year before. Did you tag me on like a page that was just dedicated to cob loaf, or was there?
It sounds like something. Sounds like something I'd do.
I
reckon you're right. Maybe I'll go back and try and find some of those memes.
I will say, I've never eaten it in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
So,
we're gonna get ready for an education on the weekend.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, what is it? It is My
Mate's Melty. My legs from last week. Leg 1. I will not feel a raindrop during my visit to Sydney. Yes, I didn't feel a raindrop.
Well done.
Thanks, mate. Leg 2. The attendance at the Footy Cup will be below 20,000. I don't think so.
It was like 21 and a bit thousand.
Okay, all right. Because I checked the AFL match report and it said TBC.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, cool.
You got to get around AFL tables. AFLtables.com.
Yeah.
Everything you need there.
Straight away.
Stat. Yeah, mate.
Yeah, there you go. So no. And leg 3, another Aussie will sign some sort of NBA deal within the next week. There's been a few things that have happened. Like a few players keep getting moved around from place to place to place.
Yeah.
Paddy Mills is now at the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, it's a shame. It would have been good to see him sort of mentor Josh Giddey.
Yeah. But that happened I think today or yesterday or something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess that counts as some sort of deal.
Yeah, happy to allow it, mate.
Cool.
It's not that deep. What's that, 2 out of 3?
2 out of 3.
Fuck yeah. All right, mine from last week. Leg 1, I think I changed it halfway through and said that leg 1 was Mark Wood will play.
Uh-huh.
And he did.
He did.
As we mentioned, he had quite an effect on the game.
Sure did.
He just bowls fast and smiles while doing it. He's I haven't met anyone who dislikes the way he goes about his cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Leg 2, I said Alex Carey will make a ton in the second test, and I meant to say third test.
Yes.
But either way, that didn't happen.
Yep.
I meant to say third test.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought he might have stuck it up. The English crowd.
Yep.
He didn't. So that one didn't get up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said the margin for the Footy Cup will be less than 6 goals, and that didn't get up either. It was 10 and a bit. So
it was, yes.
1 out of 3, mate. 1 out of 3, which is the old average, because now we're on the 2 out of 3 average, aren't we?
Yeah, for the last few weeks, I think.
Yeah.
All right, my legs for this week. Leg 1. You will not be at the bottom of the work tipping comp next week. I think you currently sit equal bottom.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
So, I'm saying that you won't be at the bottom.
No, I appreciate you saying that. I just thanks for also getting that
out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. Leg 2. At least one Aussie will make the final of Wimbledon.
Ooh.
So in
any
men's,
women's, singles, doubles,
women's, mixed, it's singles, doubles, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Across the board.
Yeah,
like it.
And leg 3, I will have to cop a bus replacement at some point this week.
Shout out Metro.
Have you heard back from?
Have we? No, I haven't told you.
What?
I haven't announced on the show. I definitely haven't done that.
Uh-huh.
They're not sorting my car out.
Oh, but you've had confirmation that you're not.
Yeah.
Oh, at least you heard back.
Yeah, heard back. As there was no incident report filled out on their end, there's nothing they can do.
Okay.
So, yeah.
When did you get this?
Oh, I called him like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
I was
right.
like, hey, what's going on? I haven't heard in a while. Like,
Yeah.
we filled out a report with Metro weeks ago.
Oh.
Have you not heard back? I'm like,
No, I haven't.
That's why I'm having this conversation with you, brother. Yeah. And then the same guy called back.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, nah, bro. Like, there's no incident report. There's nothing we can do.
Yep.
I'm like, thanks for nothing.
Yep.
So if you do want your car to get hit, don't let it get hit by a replacement bus because
it's not fun.
It's not fun. Just won't end well. It will in the other scenarios, though, clearly. My legs for this week, in honour of the great man himself, leg one, Scott Pendlebury will not get caught holding the ball this week. It'd be pretty fucking funny if he does, after all we've said and the fact that that's one of the legs. Leg two, we will see a goal of the year contender this round.
Nice.
I'm confident. I don't really know if we've seen any outstanding goals. There's none that are that memorable. There was the one that we saw that Jamie Elliott for Collingwood. How he stopped the ball, he saved the ball from going over the line through the behind post, knocked it back, ran around the back of the behind post to the other side and kicked it through off the ground. That actually might win goal of the year. But I reckon we're going to see a contender.
When was that goal?
When they played Gold Coast a couple of weeks ago. Maybe.
I have to look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
And then leg three, the Gold Coast Suns will join the club of teams winning the week after firing their coach.
Yes, caretaker mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stewie Doo has copped the sack.
Yes, he has.
You know, he was there for 5.5 years.
That's a long time.
I thought it was like his third year. 5.5 years.
It's not a bad stint.
Yeah, well, clearly they thought it was a bad stint because he's not there anymore. So that's another episode done and dusted. Look, some good moments, some not so good moments. Maybe the real episode is the friends we make along the way. Thanks for joining us, Tash.
Thanks, Tash.
You want to just a little wave on the camera?
No, nothing.
You going shy again? You going shy? I have been listening pretty much all day to some Leica versions.
Nice.
While I've been working.
Nice.
And it's got me hyped. It's got me hyped for this weekend. For those who don't know, it's obviously the hottest 100 Leica version.
Yep.
Like of all time, right?
Yeah, for the past 20 odd years.
20 years. It's as long as they've been doing it, which is crazy. It's always good, isn't it, when we get multiple countdowns in a year? Like we've had like the decades. I can't remember what else. Was that the last time there was multiple?
I think that was the last time. Yeah.
It's
I'm looking forward to it.
It's one of those ones that I think there's going to be something for everyone, like a little more than usual.
More than usual, I think, especially because you've got it's like the decade ones where you see people that like I don't know, you get a bit of like not the older generation, but like you get, as opposed to lots and lots of new TikTok sort of songs, you start to see the other stuff. I mean, for the past 20 years, you're going to get a whole mix of things. So
it's definitely an element of nostalgia, isn't there?
Yeah. So I'm keen. I'm going to do my old. Why didn't I not do that as one of my legs?
Well, yeah, the count. Yeah, anything about the countdown?
Yeah, that's so stupid. Can I go back and change my legs?
Did you want to add a fourth leg right here, right now?
I'm going to add a fourth leg right now.
All right, we'll write it down in the notes as well, so remember for next week.
Okay. Usually, every countdown, I make a top 25. My prediction of the top 25. So my fourth leg is that I will get more than 10 out of my predicted top 25 correct.
Okay. I'll add a fourth leg as well.
Okay.
I'll say more than 12.
Wow.
I'll say more than 12.
All right.
It doesn't have to be in order. It's just the songs.
Anywhere in.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, if it's in the 25, it's in the 25.
Right, I like it. Yeah, you might have to send the list through so we can have a look at it.
Yep.
Maybe it ends up on the pod Insta.
Okay.
Maybe on Threads. Follow us on Threads. We're on Threads.
What's Threads?
Oh, bro, you live under a rock. I'll tell you about it off air. I can't deal with it. Anyway, happy Hottest 100 Leica version weekend. Enjoy to all those who celebrate.
Keep kicking goals.